and welcome to Miss Bailey's Daily Dose. Today we're going to be doing a science lesson about food groups and why it's important to eat the right amount of each food group. So we're going to be able to name the different food groups, we're going to be able to write down or think about at least 2 foods that fit into each of those food groups, and we're going to be able to explain the function, what each food group, what each type of food does for our body. So I always like to start with, what do you like to eat? So think to yourself, here's some pictures on the board. So we've got some sweets, hot dogs, steak, chips, bolognese, vegetables, fruit, donuts. What do you like to eat? Now, I like to eat lots of different things, but my favourite thing to eat is chocolate donuts. Chocolate and donuts are my favourite thing. Now, even though they're my favourite thing, I know I cannot eat them all the time. Otherwise, my belly would be out here. So today we're going to be looking at why it's important not to eat too much fat and too much sugars, because what it will do to your body is not a very good thing. So, our bodies need a variety of different foods. All of our food groups we should be eating in order to make sure that we're healthy, because each food group does something different to your body. So, carbohydrates. These are in starchy and sugary foods and they give us energy. So carbohydrates, we're going to pretend that we're a car. So carbohydrates give us energy. So we're going to pretend that we're running as fast as we can. So carbohydrates give us energy. So when you're playing football, when you're dancing, doing gymnastics, whatever sport you do, and you're running and you're walking, you're using the carbs that you've eaten, and it will be, your body will be burning those carbs in order to turn it into energy so you can exercise. So we've got foods like potatoes, cereals, pasta, rice, all of those sorts of things are all carbohydrates. And that's why Paula Radcliffe, who you can see in this photo, before she'll do a race, she'll eat loads of pasta, loads of rice, because she's got to go a really long distance. So she needs to store those carbohydrates so she can use that energy to carry on with her running. Otherwise, her body would give up and she'd have to stop. Then we've got meat and fish, so protein. So we've got carbohydrates, give us energy. Then we've got protein. So protein, we're going to pretend we're like a pro boxer. So protein. So proteins we've got in meat, fish, eggs, and proteins help our body to grow and repair itself. So proteins are things like beef, chicken, eggs, fish, different nuts. So if your parents go to the gym, or you know someone that goes to the gym, you will see that actually quite a lot of them might take protein, or they might have extra protein powder. And this is because when they're at the gym, they're ripping their muscle fibres, and that protein helps repair them and make their muscles even bigger. So for protein, it makes our muscles repair and get bigger. And that's what it does. So we've got carbohydrates give us energy, and then protein repairs our muscles and helps them to grow. Then, you can see here we've got a lovely gym goer who's doing some weights as well. We've got vitamins and minerals. So see if you can do that. Vitamins and minerals, okay? And things like vegetables and fruits. And these things make sure that all of our organs are working properly. It keeps us healthy. They're good for us. So we're going to do a heart like this, okay? Because it keeps our heart pumping and healthy. We only need to have our 5 a day, and that's really important, because without those vitamins we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do. We wouldn't be able to stay healthy. So vitamins and minerals help to keep our body working properly. So we've got carbohydrates, give us energy. We've got vitamins and minerals that keep our organs working properly and keep us nice and healthy. We've got protein that helps our muscles to repair and get bigger. See, my muscles are not very big. So we've got things like carrots, apples, sweet corn, grapes, all the fruits, vegetables you think of, they've all got vitamins in them. Vitamin D, vitamin C, lots of other ones. Then we've got fats. So we're going to pretend we've got a big fat belly. So fats and oils. So for oils, we're going to pretend that we're going through oil. So imagine you were swimming through oil. It'll be really stodgy and really hard to swim in. So we've got fats and oils. And these are in most of the things that we really like. So things like popcorn and chocolate and butter and our oils. We know that there's lots of sugar in those fatty foods as well. Now we do need a bit of fat, because fat is actually used as an energy store. So when you haven't got any carbohydrate left, your body will use your fat to give you energy instead. So for example, when these people walked Everest, they were there for a very long time and they actually ran out of food. And so their body, to allow them to keep going, started eating their fat and using their fat as an energy source. And therefore, they were able to carry on climbing up Mount Everest. So really important, we've got fats, and then we're sludgy, oils. These are used as an energy, so we're going to pretend that we're running, and then we're storing things. So we're storing things. Imagine you've got a cupboard and you're storing it. So they're used as an energy store. But we're not to have too much. Otherwise, we will get fat. And then we've got dairy. So for dairy, we're going to pretend that we're milking a cow. So dairy, we're milking a cow. And this gives us calcium, which is good for our teeth and good for our bones, to make sure that our bones are nice and strong and that our teeth are strong and healthy. So it's essential for teeth and bone growth. Calcium is the main building block for the bones and teeth. And bone mass is built when we're younger, so when we're children and teenagers. And as we get older, we need calcium. We need to be having that milk and that dairy and those sorts of products in order to maintain our bone strength and prevent osteoporosis and other conditions that affect our bones and weaken them and mean that you might fracture them more easily and therefore your mobility is not as good. So we've got cheese, milk, loads of other things in here. So dairy is really important. So dairy is good for our teeth and bone growth, really good. So we also need, as well as that, fibre. Okay, so fibre in your thing like your shreddies, your bran flakes, all those things, and these help us to clean our digestive system, so to go to the toilet. So for fibre, we're going to do so with your mouth, and then it cleans your digestive system. So pretend you're sitting on the toilet, because that's what it does. And then we've got water, and water is one of the most important things that you need, because it makes up a lot of percentage of your body. And also, without it, you would die. So water, we're going to pretend that we're drinking. This helps your brain function, and it helps get rid of any toxins. So again, when you're going to the toilet, you're releasing and getting rid of all those things that your body does not want, that's bad for your body. So let's see if we can remember some of them. We'll go right back to the beginning and see whether we can remember some of the actions. So we have, carbohydrates. So carbohydrates give us energy. Fantastic. We've then got protein. So do you give that pro boxer? Helps to repair and build our muscles. We've then got vitamins and minerals, and these help to keep our body working properly and to help our organs like our heart. We've got fats and oils, and these are used as an energy store, but don't eat too much of them. We've got dairy, which includes calcium that helps our teeth and bones grow really strong. Then we've got fibre, and that helps to clean our digestive system and lets us go to the toilet. And finally, we've got water. So our action for water, which helps us with our brain, and our functioning with our brain helps us to concentrate and also helps cleanse our toxins and again, go to the toilet. So they are our food group. It's really important that you're having enough of each within your diet and not too much of the ones that are bad, like your fats and your sugars, but you still need a little bit. And it's fine to have some of the things you like sometimes. So for example, I love eating chocolate, but then I have to make sure that I'm working out to get rid of that chocolate and make sure that it doesn't store as fat, that I'm using it while I'm working out as an energy store.